Hey, I found these old journal entries from high school and I was around 14 through 17. Some of my entries were truthfully angsty and kind of dark. There are a lot of layers to me that I haven't shared with you guys yet, but I figured that this is the best way to show my journal journey. And my only hope is that by sharing some layers of me, I can help bring light to where we need love, healing, and compassion as we embark on our journal journeys. So I decided that in this video, I'll share my tips on how to start journaling, the positive impacts it had on my life, and things to be aware of when journaling, aka the things I wish I knew before getting into it. And stick along through the end of this video because I'll be sharing my best journal prompts for inner child healing, anxiety, gratitude, and self-discovery. And if you're new here, my name is Trish. Welcome to the channel and would really appreciate if you hit that sub button down below so we can really start cultivating a supportive community. So here are my tips on starting with journaling. The first tip being is to find a journal you want to go back to. This is what I like to call a comfort journal. You really want to try to find a low pressure journal, one where you feel like you don't have to have everything perfect. I like to think of my comfort journal as my best friend. Think of it this way. When you're going through something, do you expect yourself to be perfect in front of your best friend? No. You can literally come to your best friend with all your flaws without feeling like you're being judged. And for me, that is my Avatar: The Last Airbender journal because I love Avatar. Like, it's my comfort show. I watched it growing up. I love Appa, I love Aang, and it just makes my heart really warm. If you're an artistic person, maybe a donor journal can be more fun for you to express your creativity, but if you need some structure, a simple wide rule journal can work for you, or even a composition notebook. The second tip I have for you is to have low expectations. Journaling, like everything else, is a journey. It can be a cathartic experience, but don't feel bad if you don't feel that initial release. There can be so much noise on what you should or should not be doing with journaling, but honestly, just come with low expectations and an open mind. My third and final tip when it comes to journaling is to figure out what kind of journal person you are. Are you the type of person to write out your stream of consciousness, to let all your thoughts out onto the page? Or are you the kind of person that needs a little help with some structure and lists and questions? Personally, I'm a combination of both. I definitely started off as a stream of consciousness type of writer, but there are also days when I don't even know what to write. So that's why it's been really great for me to start with lists. Usually my golden number is 3, so I usually like to write 3 things I'm grateful for, 3 things that went well today, 3 things that I'm looking forward to. You get the picture. Lists can really simplify the journaling process, and asking yourself open-ended questions allows you to be inquisitive with yourself. So as you start journaling, determine for yourself if you like writing out your stream of consciousness or if you prefer lists and questions, or even a combination of both. Now let's get into the positive impacts journaling has had on my life. The first being is that journaling allowed me to become a more empathetic and understanding person. Because I have reached 23 years of life, it makes it a lot more easy for me to be an empathetic person, to look back at who I was through all my mistakes and through all my ups and downs. Simultaneously, while I practice compassion with myself for who I was then, it grounds me into becoming a more empathetic person now. Whenever I go through a challenge, I end up being more empathetic towards myself because I know in years' time I will look back at this moment and notice how small and trivial this problem was with the circumstances I am in currently, and that future me probably has gone through so much more things but made it out alive and survived and thrived. So might as well be compassionate to myself now. Okay, now let's get into things that you should be aware of, aka the things I wish I knew before starting journaling. And honestly, this is the only thing you need to know. And that being is read what you write. Oh my gosh, I can't emphasize this enough. Read what you write. I had the habit of writing out my feelings, writing about how bad my day went, writing about how things weren't going in my way, just writing about like really negative things and not really reflecting on it. I would just close my notebook, go to sleep, and call it a day. There is such a big benefit to reading what you write because it gives you an inside look on what's going on in your mind. And because we lack the visibility to our minds, we never take the time to question our negative thinking patterns. And this is where journaling comes in. It gives you that visibility. So when you read what you write, you have that visibility. And if you don't make the unconscious conscious, you're just gonna look at your life and call it fate. Give yourself back that power by reading what you write, reframing your thoughts, and growing from that experience. Alright, so this is the part of the video where I share my journal entry from 2014 with y'all. And I only hope that this inspires you to look back on your own personal diaries, your own journal entries from the past, and show compassion to your younger self. Hello journal, I am now 15 years old, and I don't really know what to write here because nothing goes on in my life. It's like plain bread. Anyways, today was just like any other Monday, dreadful. I woke up, got ready, ate breakfast, and went to school. There are only a few people who would care if I left the school, and I feel like I've never really had a friend. No matter how many times I talk to someone, we aren't, close. I'm in a bad state of mind again, and it's not very healthy, and I'm trying to be positive. They say, fake it until you make it, so I'll try fake being happy until I actually am happy. This is 23-year-old Trish speaking. I want to let 15-year-old Trish know that it's okay to feel like you're alone. It almost sounds like you're gaslighting yourself to feel like you shouldn't be having these problems or these feelings, and truthfully, this isn't helping you. But to be honest, repressing and suppressing your feelings in the long run aren't gonna help us, honey. Like I'm saying this now. It's not gonna help you because when you oppress your emotions, it's gonna come back to you in some other shape, form, another, in a different situation, in a different environment. But also at the same time, I want to let you know that there are better days coming and that you do have friends and you do have people that love you, but you can't see it right now because you have so much self-loathing that it makes it almost impossible to see the people who do care about you. There are people in your life right now, and there will be so many people and friends and loved ones who will come into your life too, who are so ready to hold your emotions, to hold your vulnerabilities, and allow you to be your most authentic self. And you don't have to worry that you're not loved because there's so much love around you, and I only wish you knew that sooner. But I love you, and I hope you're doing well. We're doing well. XOXO 23-year-old Trish. So here are the journal prompts that I promise you guys. Feel free to pause the video so you can write them down and save them in your journal to reflect on later. What was your nickname as a child? Did you like it? Explain. What made it so special for you? When did you feel put down as a kid? Does it relate to an insecurity you formed later? Take a moment to soothe your inner child and be there for them. Now here are the ones for anxiety. What is one reality you have come to peace with and why? What's something from your past that you're grateful that you let go of and why? Now list some of your favorite comfort foods, songs, people, and hobbies. And whenever you're stressed, refer back to this list so you can relax. Now here are the journal prompts for gratitude. What do you appreciate most about your life right now and why? Who have you spent the most time with over the past month and how have they positively impacted your life? What is one privilege you often take for granted? Now here are the ones for self-discovery. Over the past month, what have your actions been silently saying about your priorities? Are there any changes you want to make? How have you chosen yourself recently? Affirm to yourself that you're someone you love and respect. Now, how will you choose yourself today and tomorrow? And finally, what's something about you need to embrace more openly and lovingly? I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Subscribe down below too, it's free. You can always unsubscribe later if you decide that you don't like my videos, it's okay. I'll take it, no offense to that, and I'll see you guys next Sunday. Bye! Recuerdo el sabor que dejaban tus labios, eran dulcitos como la miel.